Alright. PS1 try time. Tonight we are streaming 2 demo discs, both of the demo discs that were released for free, I believe, in Toys R Us stores. We have the Toys R Us Interactive CD Sampler disc, and then Toys R Us Attack of the Killer demos. So it's kind of like we're getting like 9 or 10 PS1 tries, especially because if you look at a number of these, we might get about as far as we would in a regular game. Alright, this one we got Medieval, Bug's Life, which we've already played, Spyro the Dragon, and Crash Bandicoot Warped. We played Medieval 2. I'm sure we haven't played Medieval yet. Let's do it. Defend, duck, jump, attack, special move. This is the second night of demos we've done. We've done the Pizza Hut demo discs, of which there was some overlap with the Toys R Us ones. Medieval, this is a really good game. One of the first games I got for my PlayStation was almost Medieval. When my cousin found out I got a PlayStation, he sent me a burnt copy of this game that did not work because I didn't have a modded PlayStation. I think this one just has it all. The other one, I think, has an even better selection of games than this one. Though it does have some big titles. The Pizza Hut ones had like Metal Gear Solid and shit. Demos are both a retrospective on some games we've already played and a preview of ones we have yet to play. Demo discs are the shit, and we don't really... we certainly don't have them anymore. I don't know how much...
It has risen again, Sir Daniel Fortescue, see? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow fodder into the saviour of the day. But we knows better.
Like, a lot of talking.
Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Zarok and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
The last time I was console gaming was the 360 era. And that had a lot of downloaded digital demos available that I imagine is still the case for like the PS4 and the Xbox One. When it comes to like 3D action games for the PlayStation, so many of them are really bad. But this is a pretty good one. And regular PS1 Tribe rules apply to these demos, you know. die, get the game over, any of that. It's on to the next demo. Suppose if I beat all the demos on a disc, we can count that as beating the game. Which, since it will, for most of them, be the first level. Probably not for Spyro, because the first level is like a level that's between a bunch of worlds. They'll probably have that, and then one or two of the worlds. I think I didn't have this demo disc, but I think I had the other one we're playing. Should be a quick night. The crazy nights are going to be whenever I draw the official PlayStation Magazine demos, because I'm planning to do those all as, if not one marathon, like one game. There might be a number of demo discs over, a few nights, because I think there's like dozens of them. I'd love to see, and I'm sure you can. The real marathon is Final Fantasy IX. Hate to break it to you, that game is one of the earliest games to come up in PS1 try. I played it in French, and the first time you can actually lose the game. After the theater airship crashes in the petrified forest, that very easy boss fight against that plant. Because it was in French, I missed the warnings where the game's telling you oh, heal dagger, and I didn't, and she died, and you get a game over when that happens, and it's been the greatest disappointment of PS1 try so far. Final Fantasy VII losing was legitimate. It just happened because sometimes that game's hard. But I will say, I've announced this on the PS1 Try Twitter. I don't think I've ever said it on stream, but I have announced a PS1 Try redemption opportunity that if I get to 50 followers on Twitch, I believe I have 33 right now, then I will allow folks to vote on which game they'd like to see me try again, and I will encourage them to vote for Final Fantasy IX, because that's the one I'd really like to play again. But if there's something else I've already done that folks want to see again, it could be that one. And if that goes well and people enjoy that, I'll probably provide other opportunities at other follower tiers, either Twitch followers or YouTube subs, maybe. Certainly don't want to call Twitch subs, because I don't anticipate ever actually having those. Chances to go back and revisit games, even if it's not ones because I lost badly, just ones that they want to see again. Final Fantasy IX, if I did it again, especially if I did it in English, because it's a really good game and I'd want it to be in English rather than French. Doing Final Fantasy VIII in German made it a bit more of a slog than I wanted it to be, just mashing X through all the dialogue, of which there is a lot in that game. But no, Final Fantasy IX might be my favorite PlayStation game. I know it pretty well, and it's still embarrassing that shit went down as it did. But like, even yeah, like I have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure like when I did it, you know, I beat Hitball in a race. I didn't jump rope 100 times because, yeah, I still think that's basically impossible. But when I was doing the sword fight, I impressed Queen Braun and almost all of the nobles. I think I had one mistake there. And it wasn't a miss hit, it was one that was just a little too slow. But you do want to impress all of them because that, all that gold you get if you do that correctly, to make the first part of the game. Oh, you have to pick up the chalice? I don't want to. Yeah, I've never enjoyed PC ports of the Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy X aside, the HD remaster, I think they did that pretty well, but they almost always change like little things about the GUI, and I don't like that very much. And it gives you the opportunity to cheat, but that's really unnecessary.
Already my army has risen from the grave. You will never leave this necropolis.
And so I would certainly always recommend to anybody if they want to play a Final Fantasy game on their computer to just emulate it, and then you can still cheat if you want to with save states. Alright, speed boost. If there's a pattern here, I'm not going to bother counting it. I'll just tank this damage. Oh, you can avoid that anyway. Fucking A. The dark ones will fall down the things.
We have failed the Master. We give our lives.
Alright, let's actually read one of these. So is this going to give us a boss fight? I think it will. Seemed to be a pretty standard practice in demos. It's just let you play until the first boss. No need to use throwing daggers. Oh, lets you get right up to the first boss. Cool. Ooh, frightening. A forest. Spectacular lighting effects. Look how it's brighter in some areas than in others. Cool. How's medieval? Bug's Life, we almost beat. We got frustratingly far in this game, and then didn't beat it. I think this one we also played in German. Now we turn acorns into mushrooms, then we can collect things to turn them into something better. No need to collect the seeds. I think we can just, there's the entrance to the anthill. Let's go up towards the big tree. Yeah, you can collect things, collect all the letters of Flik. But this first level... There we go. Alright, level 1 done. Oh wow, what a great demo. Multi-level gameplay to increase replay value. I love it when a game has more than one level. Game adapts to players' abilities. Suppose we could have tried to get all the Flik letters. All right, here we go. This is a classic PlayStation title. And this is something I would love to them. I don't know when the most recent Spyro was made. I don't know if Insomniac is still a studio anymore, but I'd love to see like a 2018 Spyro game for the PS4. Even though I don't have one.
Thank you for releasing dragons in the artisan world, then seek out the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork?
That's all I can tell you.
This might have been the first console game I 100%ed. Some of the stuff when I was like 12 or whatever, first playing it, it's kind of tricky. Where's Nest? I'll torch him.
Go after some sheep first. Those little creatures release butterflies.
It's a good early. Why was Spyro so good and others so bad? I guess I just worked on the engine well enough that it's more or less really easy to get Spyro to do exactly what you want him to do in terms of movement. I say as I run into a wall. I don't know, it's fast. I wonder if I can even get that boss in the demo. Probably not. How many times do I have to hit this guy? There we go. If there's an order I have to jump on these, I don't remember it. But I thought they lit up when you landed on them, regardless of order. Just go to a level. Free a dragon or step on a dragon platform, you are saving your progress. And I guess I didn't have that, my dragon's voice in the demo. There we go. Get the butterfly. Full health. Spyro speedruns are really something to behold too. The people who do that well have such good mastery of this game's engine, and the shit. I don't want to say the few skips, but whatever skips there are, you're pretty good at. It's a very speedrunnable game because it is like, it's such a fast game anyway. Like, even playing it normally, you're gonna like always be holding down square. Hello, Q-Bear. Oh, is it the egg thief? No. Balloonist. I'll take you there in September. That's months away. Alright, so I guess, too, this demo actually was one that, at least when it was on this disc, was before the game even actually was out.
Spyro the Dragon.
The Toys R Us demos. Hello, Cole. I heard a deep sigh. Didn't. Hello.
Hello?
Oh, fuck me. You
Do I
have.
not have sound?
You have.
Oh, hello.
Hi. I need to take off push to talk in Discord. Hello, Cole.
Hello, Grant.
Push to talk still on. So I was talking to the stream,
see.
but not to you.
Oh.
And you'll hear that now if you're.
I always have stream audio turned off because otherwise I find it very
That makes
disorienting.
sense. Yeah.
Did you ever beat Spyro
As
the
a kid,
Dragon?
I 100% of it. I got everything.
Yeah. I never did. I never finished any of those games.
I only finished the first one, but I really liked it. Big enemies.
I liked Crash Bandicoot better.
Well, you're in luck. That's the next demo on this disc. The
First
third
one?
I think. Warped.
Yeah, that game was good.
And I've decided if I beat all the demos on a demo disc, then I can count it as having beaten. I can count it as a beaten game.
Makes sense.
You know, I've only ever played the Pizza Hut demos, and those had like Syphon Filter and Metal Gear Solid, so the winning didn't happen there. But I beat a Bug's Life demo very quickly, because it's just the first level, and I just sprinted to the anthill. And then I beat
Press the jump
Medieval
button
demo.
twice to glide. And don't
It cut off right before the first boss instead of letting you fight the
falling
first
through
boss.
high mountain peaks, plummeting into prehistoric glaciers, crashing through.
Oh, that.
Oh, nice.
I've been doing my Spyro impression. What about Nasty Nork? That's what Spyro sounds like. Very concerned with Nasty Nork.
More or less.
If I 100% this, I 100% all the Spyro games in Spirit. Well, I'm not gonna 100% this because I've skipped many gems already.
Need those gems though for something, right?
For unlocking gates to other levels, but not in the demo.
Speedrun strats.
Well, I mean, speedrun strats, you do have to get a certain amount of them because.
But not in the demo.
I think I'm done with the demo.
Oh, right. You can just kind of wander
Yeah,
around.
I mean,
sort
I
of
think
thing.
I've been through the 2 gates that I found, and beaten them, but in the game, these 5 things over here, which I guess I'm not screen sharing. You'll see in a few minutes. Like you jump on them and they light up, and then it opens up a gate, but they didn't light up when I jumped on them. And if you have to do it in a certain order, I don't remember what that is. And then there's
I
this
definitely don't.
boss dragon head over here that doesn't open because the balloonist will take me to other lands in September. So this
Oh yeah, I
demo
kind of
came
remember
out
this.
before the game actually did. Yeah, I know I have enough gems now because I got all the gems in this level because enemies are dropping these orbs to give me more lives.
I don't know. I played a bunch of this game on the PS3. I bought it and downloaded it, but I didn't finish it. I don't know. It kind of got unfun. I felt in the second half. It was hard. It was hard because like Spyro controls like, I don't know. You're like steering them, and I don't.
It
It's kind of
controls
shitty.
more like a car than like a dude. But also for
Yeah.
a 3D PlayStation game, it doesn't get much better than this.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you mean like 3D roaming,
Yes.
like? So like yeah, Crash Bandicoot like exactly solves a lot of the problems in here by just making it so you're on like a fixed axis most of the time. That's true.
Both the 3D games we played in here so far, well, 2 out of the 3 ones we played so far, control remarkably well for being 3D. Medieval is one of the most manageable and has one of the most manageable cameras for games of its time.
I mean, towards the end, things got a lot better. Like Ape Escape, I feel like controls heads and tails better than Spyro, right? Like it's like, oh, like it's a post Mario 64 kind of.
I don't know how. Also, my EPSXE just crashed, but yeah, I don't know the chronology when you start throwing N64 games in there because I didn't have an N64. The only N64 I played back in the day was in McDonald's for 90 seconds at a time. So you get to do like a level and a half of Pokemon Snap, basically.
Well, Mario 64 came out like 95, I want to say, or maybe it's 96.
Played Mario 64. Never on an N64 though.
But it's like basically the first 3D. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, certainly Spyro came out after it, but I think Spyro was sort of like one of the games where it's like, oh, it came out after it, but it didn't really like fully learn the lessons, and it also like. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't have an analog. A lot of people played Spyro with like just the
that's how I did that
D-pad,
demo,
right? Like,
even though we could have used the. I'm using the analog now for Crash Bandicoot, but
yeah, I feel like Crash Bandicoot 3 is a more modern feeling game, even if it is, like this where you don't, this is also like driving a car. This is basically a racing
almost
game
like
of sorts.
Not an infinite runner because the levels are determined, but.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like what's it called? Like Temple Run is very much like this.
Like my acceleration is fixed in this even. I'm just pressing left, right, and jump basically.
Yeah, there are levels where you have forward and backward control.
I've
Most
played,
of them, in
like
fact.
regular Crash Bandicoot. This is one of the tiger levels, I guess. And if I beat this, then I beat
Yeah,
this
exactly.
game. I have 2 more lives to do it. Oh, I reached a checkpoint at some point. Probably that C box.
Yes. I don't know. I never really played the second one, but I enjoyed Crash Bandicoot 3 a great deal.
I never owned any of them. I would rent them and play them at friends. Oh, fucking A. I thought I was good there. Well, we might not be beating this demo. We'll see. This also is one of those games that seems kind of hard to sight read.
I disagree. You just
That's
suck.
certainly part of it. But
I mean, there's a certain amount of that, especially like when you haven't played it yet. But like, I feel like it's one of those games where as you play it, you learn
yeah,
how to play it. So by the end, it's hard, but you
Yeah,
can.
it's
I don't know.
fucking
You know what I
fun.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
since you're better at
you
it.
learn the kinds of tricks that like the game's gonna throw at you. You start seeing their
Yeah,
level
exactly.
design philosophies.
Know what to look for. I think if you like run on those guys who are hiding, like you
Yeah, there were
launch
ramps.
up.
I did that earlier at one point.
Oh, I didn't notice. Yeah, there's like collectibles in each level, and there's also just like a timer for each level. Like, this game has like time trials for every level in the game.
Even the ones like that, like the tiger one.
Yeah.
Oh, there are 2 more demos. Shit, I'm glad I accidentally scrolled down. We're not done, and we might have a tougher time beating this demo disc because of Syphon Filter here. I didn't beat it. I'm sorry. Sorry, Adam. We got a football game to try to win. With our luck in football games, we'll see.
I think most people would think Mario 64 controls badly playing it now. But like, it was sort of, I don't know. I think it, yeah, I don't know. It's rough. It's like, it's rough. But like, compared to the stuff, like, for what was out there
You
at
gotta
the
be able to do
time.
half an A press. I mean, that's step 1 right there.
No, yeah, I don't know. It just like, blows everything out. Like, what? Look that up.
Type.
So yeah, 1996.
Oh, God, which team? I guess Denver. But
I don't know.
Rel Davis, Dorsey Levens. Build speed for 12 hours. Adam knows what we're talking about.
Welcome to Mile High, Denver, Colorado, home of the world-class ski resorts and
Home of the
Denver
world-class
Broncos.
ski resorts and the
Today
Denver
they face
Broncos.
The Green Bay Packers. Hello, everyone. I'm Dick Enberg.
So they
with
got-
my partner Phil Sims. Denver needs big plays today in this game, Dick, and I think the safeties
Listen,
could
Dick.
be the weak link. I wouldn't be surprised to see them tested deep and often.
There's no win. Doesn't matter which goal we choose. So one nice thing about these sports games is generally they just give you a whole game to play. I hope they give me a whole game and it doesn't stop at halftime. But
What if you only get a quarter?
it really sucks that we didn't win the coin flip. Jason Elam. There you go. Use your tackle. I need to beat the Packers. That's right. I got Bears fans in the Twitch chat.
Ooh. Does this have instant replay?
Probably. Use your tackle at least. Not more than 8 yards. Brett Favre. Ugh. Third and 1. Ooh, oh, 2 yards. God damn it, Dorsey Levens. First and 10. Sigh. If you injure Farb, you automatically win. I will try. There's a swim move to get the sack. I basically always pick my defensive plays basically randomly because I have no idea any of the principles of defensive play calling in American football. Yeah, other than if I know they're gonna punt, I'll choose the punt return play. And the one's called blitz. I'll do that if I think they're gonna pass, and I really don't want them to, because I don't trust my AI receivers to cover well.
I find a lot of the time I would just do blitz. I'm just like,
Also, I think,
try and tackle them.
On a game-by-game basis, there might be some plays that are more or less broken.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Probably less so in modern games, especially because they can patch that, but
Yeah, you can imagine a game like this shipping with them where it's like, just
blitz will
always do.
Though it won't.
Yeah,
because, roughing the passer. Well, at least I roughed up Brett Favre.
Nice.
Broncos player of the game, John Elway. 0 touchdowns today. Oh, you do only get 1 quarter. Well, I tied.
You tied and you roughed up Brett Favre,
Yeah.
so that's a win,
I mean,
right?
look at those stats, but I didn't get a chance to. I count that as a win. If we beat Syphon Filter, we can beat this demo disc.
Good luck, Syphon
That game's
Filter.
tough.
Is it? I remember
Yeah.
playing about a third of it and thinking
I
it
bet
wasn't
all these
great.
kinds of games.
Mostly. Kinds of games where you shoot people?
Third-person shooters on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're definitely like a sort of thing where you have to like take it on its own terms. Like throw away your preconceived notions about what a game should control like, because it has its own ideas, right? And you have to like you have to learn the bullshit.
PS1
Like,
probably is not
you
the good
know.
format for that.
Well, but this is your second go,
I
right?
think
Like,
so. Yeah, but
and like, so this might even be the same demo. And you might have like a third or fourth crack at this demo, like this particular
also, I'm gonna
demo.
get to play this game eventually.
I'm just saying, like, you should. I bet before the end of PS1 try, you like are destroying this
And
demo.
if I get all the demos for this game before this game, maybe I'll have a chance at this game. But this is not the same demo. The other demo I played was on a train, and may have been Syphon Filter 2.
That sounds right, because I played this demo. I played this other demo. If you use the taser on a guy for a long time, he will light on
Just
fire.
like real life.
It's rad. Like, use it on that
I am
guy.
retreating because I don't know how to fire. Or I'm firing, but I don't know how to fire and hurt an enemy with it.
See if you can pause and look at some
It showed me the controls
controls.
beforehand.
Yeah, but maybe you can pause and look at that.
Yeah, there is my taser.
If
The
you're
charge can be
lucky.
sustained indefinitely.
Yeah.
Oh, I win? It may have just been a you get to play this game for a minute.
What?
I mean, I was just looking in the options, and it's a Syphon Filter, and it says loading. Cool. I'm gonna count this.
That's
Because
weird.
If that's the case, there's certainly no way to actually win, so I didn't die.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, you beat it as much as you
So
could,
we-
I guess. Or did you die? Maybe what happened is there's no actual pot. No, I'm sure it paused. Never mind.
It could have been the Dark Souls of its time. The Syphon Filter.
So it wasn't
the Syphon
paused and
Filter
you
Dark
died?
Souls. It's I didn't get gameplay radical,
no.
thematic radical
No.
right there, but all right, next next Toys R Us demo time. With, I think, an even better selection of games than that one had. And a much better cover. That is way too big right now. There we go. Oh, Roy Lichtenstein. Lichtenstein? Whatever his name is. Look good.
Oh, yeah. That's alright. RIP Toys R Us.
They're gone. No more Toys R Us demo discs.
I should have checked out one out here. Like, apparently, according to what I heard on the internet, you can get crappy drones for very cheap.
Yeah.
Like a Spider-Man drone.
Alright, so what games do we have here? We have Contender, Legend of Legaia. Holy shit. This is one I'm honestly looking forward to, the actual game of. I don't know why I liked this game when I played it a long time ago. You know, story is inscrutable. Its combat system is weird. But, I don't know. I just dug it. Ridge Racer Type 4. Xena Warrior Princess. Cool Borders 3. Erg Highs. And Elmo's Spider Adventure.
Nice.
Wait, are these all demos?
I remember this.
Yeah, they're all demos.
I remember the Elmo's
So
Letter
do I.
Adventure demo.
That's the demo of all these ones I remember more than the others.
Because I remember playing it because it was a demo, and it was just like, well, it's a free
Exactly.
video game, right? And just being like, okay, maybe
You were
not.
speaking straight to the core of my being.
Just yeah. I mean, I feel like it wasn't this disc, but like
Yeah.
the demo, and I
100%.
crossed paths with it.
I'm
Memorize the
doing
controls
that.
this
I'm
time,
doing
real
that.
quick.
Look.
What? Okay.
Guard low, guard high, high punch, low punch. Where's my very low punch button? Special punch 2, special punch 1, sway, sway, move, taunt. Alright. This might be a shit show here. This is actually the second PS1 boxing game we've played, though. We played Hard Blow. JVC. LVC. JVC. Yeah, hard rocking guitars. Fat thighs. Or thick thighs, I should say. And fucking 12-pack abs. Cum gutters, they're called. You're gonna be particularly lewd.
Yeah, no, they probably would work as that. Yeah, this era of CG is probably the best, right? Like
Yeah.
peak of the art form.
Who's gonna win in this? I wonder if they're gonna try to make a racial statement with this opening video. They didn't. It was apparently a draw.
Yeah, it's
Equality. Thanks, Toys R Us. Thanks, Victor Interactive.
Victor Interactive. I love this
Lester
guy.
Young and Marvin the Tank Woods. Lester Young just seems objectively better based on these stats. I mean, granted,
Are you racist?
he's just faster. Granted, he is 50 pounds lighter than the other guy, 60 pounds lighter. So I don't know why they're in the same weight class. Pretty sure heavyweight starts somewhere above 190.
Yeah, probably. No, yeah, like I don't think there's any division that spans like 60
Yeah.
pounds, right?
Well,
Probably. I mean, that's
Super
insane.
heavyweight is whatever weight it is and up. So I think
Oh,
it's
okay.
250.
Sure.
But so, you know, a 250 could be fighting a 400-pounder, but in boxing, that's not going to go well for the 400-pounder. Well,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how much. I don't know if he did any boxing, but I think Kimbo Slice before he died. He was a big guy.
In the blue corner.
Jesus Christ, though, these fucking
Blister the animal.
Goku muscles here.
Final round.
All right, I want to taunt. Yeah, come get some. Your meat, punk. Oh shit. See some special punches in there. Ooh, you really got to get a window for those special punches. Keep swaying.
So you have like 2
I think
meters.
one's like a blocker endurance speeder. Oh fuck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I also keep trying to punch with my 2 block buttons.
It's a good strategy.
Oh damn, I went for a special punch and he dodged it. Because it's telegraphed like all hell.
Gotta do it when he least
No
expects.
blocking, all attack. I'm faster than him.
It's probably a
Mix
good
up high and
strat.
low. Oh fuck me.
One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I thought I got up in time there. My meter was up before you said 10.
The red corner.
Marvin won.
You lose.
On to the next demo. I landed more punches. 40 to 33. He had 2 knockdowns. That's I'm gonna say that's fixed judging, like in all of boxing.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Let's see how much Legend of Legaia we get to play.
I remember not
I
enjoying
think
this
that
game.
was a common. It might have some degree of a cult following of, you know, everyone who played it when they were 11 liked it, but
I don't really know. Like, honestly, I don't know of its reputation one way or the other.
I remember being excited when Legend of Legaia 2 came out for the PS2.
I never played that at all.
I put dozens and dozens of hours into it, and then the memory card that also cost me my Final Fantasy X save lost me like 60 hours in that, and I didn't go back to it. I couldn't.
That's reasonable.
I did go back to Final Fantasy X because that game was better than Legend of Legaia 2. It's like,
Is that a high bar?
well, I honestly didn't play that many JRPGs in the PS2 era. Though it's my understanding that there are a bunch of good ones.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. The one thing I kind of liked about this game was you basically had to sort of discover some of your special attacks by, like, you know, you choose like left, right, up, left, or something. And if it's not a special one, it's just going to be a bunch of regular attacks. But if it is one of your combos, it'll be like a better move that does more damage. And then you'll know it, and you can just choose to use it from your list. And for a while, I was trying to do that with integrity and just methodically going through and trying to figure stuff out. Then eventually I just looked up a list of what they all are. And the game got a little easier.
You monster.
With a Seru, a human can lift objects heavier than itself. Pretty sure a lot of people can do that without a Seru. Not me,
Yeah,
but
that's...
a lot of people. Yeah.
It's hard, though. I mean...
It makes it so
it's-
anyone could, I think. It makes it so, you know...
Yeah, I think it's saying it's trivial.
So this game has a, I guess not necessarily a malevolent mist, but a mist that makes bad things happen. So to some extent, people might compare this game to Final Fantasy IX a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah.
feel like there's other games that
Also
also do
Stephen
that.
King stories,
That's true.
Stephen King movies. It is fun to me that Stephen King considers The Mist like his favorite one of his favorite adaptations of his works, and not the ones that are more universally like Shawshank Redemption or Green Mile or The Shining. Stephen King ones that like everyone thinks are good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Stephen King. I
I
don't.
think you should go back to. You should go
I don't
back to doing
trust his-
cocaine. His sobriety.
No.
Yeah.
Probably not. No, I was gonna say just like his opinion. I think what he likes in movies differs a lot from what I like in movies. Let's
Okay.
just put it that way, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I do think I don't necessarily
Seems like-
believe he actually enjoyed the Dark Tower movie. I think he was just promoting it because it got him paid. Because if he did enjoy the Dark Tower movie, then I will start to believe in conspiracies that he didn't even write the Dark Tower books, which he very clearly did. If you read them.
yeah. Well, they're basically most of the Stephen King I have read.
Honestly, at this point, like the same because I've read all of them. But well, I think like most of the 7th one and maybe all of the 6th one I listened to on audiobook rather than read. But I was not praying for Successful Hunt. Nope, I wasn't praying for that either. Also, it is just starting from the start of the game, which it's kind of obnoxious because nothing really happens in this game for a while. Like,
Yeah.
the mist is gonna come, and there's gonna be some of like the skeleton birds in the town.
I played a lot of this game until it glitched out. And it glitched out because I started using a Game Shark to
that'll happen.
cheat.
What?
But like, I think it might have been a battle you're supposed to lose or something. But I just like stopped playing. I was like, whatever,
It's a
this
moon
game
joke.
sucks. What?
Yeah, you can measure me.
Oh, in the game, I wasn't really.
I mean, if you want to measure me too, I'll let you. But I don't think you're much of a tailor, honestly. You well could be. I've never seen you try. My house isn't my house. I'm gonna try to hurry through this.
I wonder if you even can lose this. I wonder what losing this looks
I
like.
imagine we'll get some fighting in, but these early fights I think are pretty easy. Doors locked. Yeah, I think everywhere where there's like chests and stuff, like the memories. Obviously, I can't, save my game at the save point because it's a demo.
What if you could continue
Yeah.
in the
Just
full
save.
game?
Just not repeat the 10 minutes at the start of it we get to do.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. It is the case with some modern demos.
It's true.
I get to go hunting outside the wall tomorrow. But I don't, because the mist is going to come tonight.
What? The mist?
Also, they call it a mist, but nothing ever really establishes its like humidity, so I think it might be more of a fog.
I didn't realize there was actually a distinction between mists and fogs.
In my own mind, I would consider a mist to be like tangibly wet.
Sure, yeah.
Because, you know, you can walk outside on a foggy day and it won't necessarily feel very damp.
And mist is wetter than that. I buy that. Like, yeah. Like, it's more like the mist setting on a Windex
Exactly. Or you can
bottle.
just, like, you know, there'll be like a cooling station somewhere, like, you know, in some outdoor event in the summer. No.
Yeah. Sure, yeah. I get it.
It's like, oh, you're going hunting tomorrow, Vaughn. Watch out for the mist. Bitch, y'all are going hunting.
Do you feel like
soon.
I feel like sometimes mist and like very dense fog are sort of synonymous. Like the kind of stuff where it's dense enough that you do kind of get moist, but it's not like tangibly wet, you know, but it's like hard to see it. I think like once it's hard to see and then it's like misty, right? Like
Yeah.
it's mist.
Sure just won't budge. She's usually not in here, but this is the demo version. Yeah, stop me, bitch. Oh, fuck. What do I have to do to actually trigger process? Go back down to the tree, talk to these kids. You like the Genesis tree, just like me. Are you saying you like it like I do, or are you saying you like it like you like me? Rim Elm.
A tree doesn't have any leaves. How does it
Genesis tree.
work?
It provides comfort, I think, when it repels the mist.
It does. Like the whole game is you going and activating those trees, right?
And the wind pushes back the mist, but it's behaving strangely. You hope it's not foreshadowing anything.
It's not.
Yep. More demo stuff. Whoops, I hit select. Is that gonna quit? Okay, thank God it's not. Actually, whoops. Yeah, let's train in case we actually don't get to do any fighting. Preview the fighting system.
I bet there's some.
Yeah, definitely don't want to do auto.
But
I certainly don't remember any of the commands, but as you level up, the length of stuff you can input gets longer. Attack.
oh yeah,
Oh,
I
I'm learning
remember
about
that.
items now.
I remember that little gauge on the bottom. The thing stacked up.
And then your spear to make it bigger. Hyper arts move. Alright, high, low, high. I knew one of them was high, low, high, or left, low, right. How exciting.
It's Kung Fu. It's a fighting game RPG.
Some special moves cannot be used even when the proper commands are entered. He's going to be training at the Byron Monastery normally. Special guest appearance. What's up, Gala?
I kind of like all the demo stuff where there's like breaking the fourth
Hey,
wall.
here are your first 2 party members. You get to meet them now. Oh, it doesn't actually say they'll become your party members, but they do.
They do? By golly.
Oh no. He got fucked up by some Seru. Sorry, May. Was there anything to do? I mean, we were out hunting and some monsters got him. This game hits you with character deaths early, though. Someone's crying right off the bat. I think it takes a while before anyone's crying in, like, Final Fantasy VII.
That's true. Yeah, no one dies for a while, and no one's dad ever dies.
Well, I think a lot of people's dads die when the plate comes down, but...
Yeah, I suppose.
And do you guys, I mean, does Avalanche actually kill anyone when they blow up the reactor?
I imagine yes, probably, right? Like, probably just people
That's
working.
really, you know,
it.
there's people you kill or knock out on your way to the reactor in the fights. Also, yeah, I don't need to stay.
Yeah.
Jesus. The whole village is bummed out.
Well, the mist is bad. You should do something about it, dude.
I'll try. Candy Crush alerted me.
Oh, Candy
Candy Crush
Crush.
Saga. Hurry, time's running out. Collect candies to receive a sweet reward.
Can you ever get real candy from Candy Crush? Is that ever a possibility?
Not that I know of.
No button to buy real candy?
That would be a... Yeah.
Or like a tier of like, oh, you bought this many gems. It comes with a real pound of
It'd be a
candy.
pretty smart cross promotion, honestly. I gotta go to sleep and wake up. Hurry down to the Genesis tree.
Is that how you sleep?
Yeah.
Just in all your clothes on your side, on top of your
Honestly,
blanket?
sometimes. Just open the door. The village elder will know what to do.
Really?
Look how pathetic humans survive. Abandon your foolish actions. Oh, don't do it, buddy. He's Zito. Can't just punch him. Resistance is futile. Assimilate with the mist.
Is that an option?
I don't think so. It's a pretty decent FMV here.
It's alright.
It looks a lot better than the regular game.
I mean,
with your fucking like 3 diamond arms. The evil mist has entered Rimelm. We know.
Rim Elm. Like Professor
Yeah,
Elm?
but you know, getting his ass eaten.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's obviously.
Alright, I'm gonna fight a skeleton bird. Wow, all those fake outs when you knock them down, but you get back up. I don't want to do auto. Right, low, low.
Tailfire.
Got him.
These monsters are very familiar. Did you see them a lot throughout the game, just sort of like palette swap?
I believe so because they are super familiar to me, and I think not just because you fight them a lot early game. I think they are throughout the game in different colors and shapes.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Alright, we'll spear it up next turn with Vaughn. See that other attack he told us about. Oh, I guess we won't get to see it. And they didn't bother to put in English voices for the English release for the battle stuff. Which is the case in a lot of games. On this, or after the Genesis tree. I mean, okay. I don't know why they're attacking that fence. They can kind of fly. They need to just hop down. talking to me, man. It's very, I was gonna say particular shaped crystal. Meta.
Yeah? What do you mean by that?
And I've already used the phrase cum gutters. I don't need to make more sexually charged statements on the stream. And no, I don't wish to save my people from the mist.
Classic.
And she was like, "Oh, you must just not trust me." But I know you hate the mist. No, I cannot will it to change. Oh, word? Okay, I guess I actually have to. Alright, everyone. Get down here and pray around the tree.
Yeah, I kind
mist
of
is
remember
here.
this shit.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, they're here, buddy. Oh no, I don't want to go to I want to go to the tree. He's dead, May. The demo version, the battle mode, cannot be played beyond this point. I think I understand, even though this is also confusing. Yeah, I don't need to fight more of those guys. I need to just get through this demo. You're our last hope. You're the only one who can save the village, and maybe the world. Nah. Fine. The reluctant hero.
Everybody
Tell me
pray.
about praying, it won't work. Oh yeah.
So. Ooh. It's growing.
Whew. The other demos won't be as long.
What if they are? What if we're here forever?
Then hopefully we get some more followers. Thanks for everything, Vaughn. Covers the rest of the earth. Viking Funeral Town. I think. I don't know if they're just pontoons or if they light up. I also don't know how these currents work, that these coffins don't just pop up back on shore. Like, how are they going out to sea when the water is clearly
Go when the tide's going out.
I wonder if any of these games that are doing like real nice and fancy oceans, any of them ever actually model like tide times and like certain shores are more or less covered at different points. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, you know, yeah.
Seems unnecessary, but it would be a fun.
Seems
detail.
like I can't think of any games that have high and low tides. Like Grand Theft Auto 5 seems like it could be one that would do that, but I don't think they do.
Someone's got to make a game with tide modeling for their ocean.
There probably is one. Like, that probably exists in some game somewhere.
I'm gonna have to say yes.
Yeah, this game is all about the fake yes, like pointless
Yeah.
yes or no question.
It's not one of the ones that's fun enough to actually let you say no and end the game or something.
It'll be great. Yeah, you lose this demo because you say no too much.
Hey, you're from Byron Monastery. I'm sure you overheard that. Is May's mom there? Just let us know. Yeah. We'll be complete strangers. So remember that and don't try to get friendly. The complete version. Ooh. Thanks for the kiss, baby. How much more of this is there? Jesus. Alright. How this music does awaken like a latent nostalgia. Not as strong as like Final Fantasy music, but mind your own business, bitch.
I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar to me. Did you beat this game more than once?
Well, I believe it does have a new Game Plus mode. I think. And not one that's like particularly no inputs. It just marches off as it fades to black. There is a new Game Plus mode. It does not take the advantage of it that, say, Chrono Cross does. you actually have to do a second game to, get all the characters.
That's true. I think. Yeah, is it possible to do it in 2?
I think so. What? I'm gonna restart the demo. I pressed triangle, not start.
Hit reset.
I pressed reset and start and all the shoulder buttons. Alright, Ridge Racer Type 4. We have played this game already.
So you're an expert.
I'm gonna win. Interactive demo. That was one of the first PS1 try games for which videos survive.
And you beat it then?
Not at all. Oh man, there's not a far-faced camera? I guess we're staying here.
Never really played Ridge Racer.
I think you mean Ridge Racer.
I do.
Very, very loose and kind of drifty.
Yeah, I'm aware it has a reputation for drifting. But my understanding is it was powerful if you were seeing it at the time when the PlayStation was brand new.
I agree. This looks decent. I mean, if you were coming from like Super Nintendo to this,
I don't think it was
this
this
is the
one.
fourth one, but so I mean,
Yeah.
certainly if you're coming from Super Nintendo to this, it's gonna blow your mind a little bit.
Yeah.
I got this chicane real good last time, and not this time.
Did you watch the new
Not
Westworld yet?
Did you?
Yeah.
I have someone who I generally trust her opinions on media stuff on Facebook, reacting favorably, but it seems like it was kind of unfavorably for this full season, which so far is kind of a 2 out of 3 for me for liking episodes. I wouldn't call 3 out of 4. For me, if I like 3 out of 4 episodes of the season, I wouldn't say, "Oh my God, the season is so good."
Yeah, I thought this most recent episode was better and like sort of sillier and more like I don't know. Yeah, like this is a better episode that like feels like it's not taking itself too seriously, but of course it does also have Ed Harris being pretty good in it. Like,
is there I mean, I probably won't upload this to YouTube for like a week because I'm forgetful about that stuff. But if there's any of the Maeve storyline, does that one sort of pick up right where it left off in the last one?
there isn't any Maeve at all. But the they have a preview for next week's episode. You know,
that's
and,
gonna be that
next
that
week
episode that we've all been waiting for since last season, basically?
I don't know. Like, what is that?
Like an episode entirely in Shogun world?
Oh yeah, no, it looks like probably yeah.
I do remember. Oh,
Yeah,
fucking hell!
there's some.
I was really hoping for third place, but that guy got me in the end.
There's Maeve wearing a
Okay,
kimono.
I'm down. That seems like fan service almost, but
Yeah, no, it really does. Yeah, the Maeve thing is kind of silly because like exactly where they're going and how they're getting there is extremely vague, and it's really sort of like
they're
you know,
getting
there's
lost.
not those.
As it sort of seems like they don't really know where they're going, and the dude who's guiding them is also bad at it. I guess they're kind of making the excuse in the show in the last one. It seemed like he's stressed, maybe. And also,
I guess,
easier to
but
get
yeah,
lost
it's just
if
sort of
you're
like-
traversing the place underground.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's like you know they're sort of on this
Yeah.
goofy adventure. It feels like, which is fine. I'm fine with it. It's like I'm just
I'm loving.
I don't
Like my favorite parts of the season have been like the dumb fun stuff rather than like fucking Dolores all being, oh, I have an important job. I'm gonna liberate my people.
yeah.
No, I want like Ed Harris
Agreed.
being frustrated, and I want Armistice and Hector just killing things.
Looks like next episode you might get some of
Nice. And then it's
Valerian's cat.
Xena. This is a show I never watched much of, but I feel like I'd enjoy it if I did.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've seen basically none of it. I have played this demo, however.
Ooh, this game is not as loose and quick as Medieval was. This might be more Dark Souls. I was joking about something else being Dark Souls.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, more Dark Souls than a lot of things, maybe.
It's like, sword and shield combat in a vaguely like medieval setting.
Reasonably deliberate.
Yeah, not super arcadey, this isn't Gauntlet here or anything.
Oh, and that guy surprised you too. That's totally Dark Souls.
Enemies all with their own health bars. Pretty slow movement. Are any of these buttons actually gonna... Okay. L1 sprints.
Well, I know you can like throw that thing on your hip. I remember doing that.
Oh yeah, her spiky frisbee.
Yeah, well, it's more like one of those like, what are they called? Like motion discs or whatever.
See, if
you
I
know?
were a real Xena fan, I would know what it is. I'm sure all my fans are big Xena fans, and they're upset with me right now.
I've never.
She hates catapults. That's definitely Xena canon.
Is it?
For sure. I mean,
Okay.
does anyone like love catapults? Also, fuck. I need to
Probably. Yeah.
run to see if I can find some health. Oh, they can catch me. I need to run and jump. Oh, I can jump over the tent. That was pretty cool. Oh, that is a gate that I probably can't drop until I kill these guys.
Sure looks
Might
that
be it
way.
for this demo. Yep. I get Gabrielle, Ares, Hades. Gameplay incorporates tactical, hand-to-hand, and spell combat. Spells. I don't remember Xena having spells.
What?
I remember she could she could
She-
shout and
I don't
power
know.
herself up a little bit, but I don't think she had fireballs or anything.
Man, I don't know. It's another 989 Studios game.
Cool Borders 3. Here we go. This is my shit right here. Stiffy, stalefish, sad air, tail grab, backside shifty. Melancholy, indie, Japan air, method. Taunts, rail slide, flips. Punch, rail slide, jump, generate forward movement, hard turn. Okay, cool. The Cool Borders franchise actually isn't one I played very much of, but
I don't know that I've
action
played any.
sports and rhythm games are probably the console genres I've played the most of. I feel like I punched him 3 times before he punched me 3 times, or whatever.
So is this more of a racing game, or like, but you also have points? Like, how
I
does
think
it
it's
work?
one where different stages will have different goals. I'm not sure. I don't remember, to be honest. But I know even in ones that were pure racing games, they still had tricks that would give you points. But those I generally sometimes even would mean nothing, but they were just there because, it's more fun if you do a trick sometimes when you're in the air. Sled Storm, I think, is the main example I'm thinking of here.
It's a made-up game. You made
It's a
that game up.
snowmobile racing game.
No such thing as snowmobile. Checkmate.
You got me. I thought I could pull one over on you, but you're too wily.
How could you drive a vehicle made of snow? Doesn't make any sense.
People drive vehicles made of air. What do you think an airplane is?
Yeah, but it's like, compressed air,
Ever play Polaris Snowcross?
Shooting.
I have not. If it's a PlayStation game, I will. Are you really sure you're talking about your former employer that way, Adam?
He was employed
He's
by
employed
the video
Polaris.
game.
Or by a warehouse.
I know.
I don't know if they're exclusively Polaris stuff or not. I haven't ever really questioned Beppy too much on that.
You need to
You're employed by
interrogate
the
him.
agency, not them. Alright, here we go. Here is a PS1 fighting game I was bad at. And I think it might actually not be that good. But you could play as you could play as
You are
Cloud Strife
correct.
or Tifa Lockhart. So
And I think there's a terrible RPG mode in there.
there is.
It's a bad game, but kind of interesting.
I seem to remember one of the main marketing things of it being you can play as Cloud.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Hey, it's a fighter made by Square. Wasn't really gonna sell copies.
Yeah. Back when Square made all sorts of games. They made shooter game. They were all well, actually they weren't all bad. A lot of them were. But I think their shooter's supposed to be pretty good, right? Have you played that yet?
Which one?
What's it called? I can't remember what it's called. It's on the
What kind of
PS.
a shooter do you mean? Are you talking about like a not bullet hell, but like a side-scrolling shooter?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, it's
horizontal
kind of,
one. I think.
So I think there's a horizontal shooter I have in my mind. With a kind of a weird name, I think. But I have played that and I liked it.
I meant on PS1 Try. Something to look forward to. Yeah, I can't remember the name. I'd know it if I heard it. Could Google it, but let's just save
High
for the
attack,
mystery.
fast attack, low attack, guard. Nice, I can't be... I guess they let you be Cloud in the demo. No one's going to buy the game. I do like the damage numbers just being in the thing. Nice. How many fights do we get to do in the demo? Oh, we get to fight the yo-yo cop. You're getting juggled by the yo-yo cop. Take out a gun. It always seemed like cheating in fighting games.
Depends on the fighting game.
Soul Calibur. Fuck. She had no health bar. How was she alive? Was that literally one health?
Yeah. You can do it though. I believe in you.
Oh, there we go. We get to fight Cloud. Nice. Oh, I wasn't actually moving earlier because I was trying to use the D-pad, but you have to use the analog stick to move. Maybe I should, no pressure on... Got Adam out here criticizing my fighting game techniques. I don't know any of my buttons do, Adam. I'm button... I have always been a button masher in fighting games. I don't know how to get back up there. I turn red. I get a stage out.
So nice.
There we go. I think I did a wave dash at some point for you. And that's her, guys. The real game is that easy.
Beat it.
Beat the arcade. Man who can't handle the sticks is no man. I'm no man. I bet I'd be really good at Pokken tournament, but I have no way of knowing.
Play it next time you come
You guys
over.
have it?
There's a demo.
That's all you need. And we're ending today with probably the most difficult game. It's got 4 inputs: move, select, pause, and exit. Children's Television Workshop, Comic Sans, Sesame Street, Jim Henson. It's the Alphabet Street Fair. Yeah. So I've played this demo before. I think on a different disc, maybe on this disc. That collection of games is really similar. It's possible some other company released a demo with those same games on it.
Hello. I know the letter X is growing in the apple orchard. Keep exploring, and you'll find a whole bunch of
How is the letter X growing in the apple orchard?
Where all letters
Am I
grow.
supposed to only get the letter X? Oh, okay. I'm not. Yeah, I am supposed to only get the letter X. Is Elmo known for his pogo stick?
I don't think so.
I do want to give some a minor amount of props to this game for actually getting Carol Spinney and whoever Elmo's voice actor is. I forget his name. Or if not, they got very close sound alike. That certainly sounded like Big Bird to me. This sounds like Elmo. So I think they changed Elmo's voice actor recently because I think the dude who does it got in some trouble.
Something happened. I didn't really ever
Something that I think was like some of those,
find the deeds.
weird, but not quite criminal. But it was weird enough that it was like, okay, yeah, you're out of here.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly.
Like,
Something where it's just like, well, you can't be
yeah, like
Elmo anymore,
you're
buddy.
really good friends with some kids, but I don't know.
I don't know what it was.
But I knew like it sort of like came to light like right after there was like a fawning documentary made about him.
If you want to keep playing, press one of the flashing buttons.
He's a cannibal
If you
advocate.
want to go back to Sesame Street,
He doesn't eat people, but he encourages it.
He's not going to judge you if you are. He's speaks about how much he's okay with it a little too often. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that's the Toys R Us demos. This is the second demo night we've had. I'm looking forward to like the OPM demo night because there's a lot of those, and those are the ones, or most of them will have a Japanese game on them. And though the novelty of playing Japanese games isn't much of a novelty on PS1 Try, there are some really good demos of Japanese games that we are going to actually end up playing in PS1 Try. Specifically, I'm thinking Ora no Ryori is going to be fucking awesome, but we're going to find some other good ones too. And have a good night.